Aztec Safety. This must be the place, boys.
This is about right. Looks like this is where the engineers hang out. Nice spot.
Here's something else that's cool under pressure.
Great tour, but where's our man Brett?
I don't know. All right, normally he's bailing me out. Roll reversal, baby, there he is. Rescue mode.
Putting out fires for these guys already. I think it's great to be partnered with another Alberta-based company who shares a lot of the same values and beliefs as us. Our team's looking to represent not only Alberta, but Canada. And I think just the privilege of being able to wear the red and white and put on that maple leaf is definitely what we're chasing. And hopefully that for us means a couple of world championships and culminating in the 26 Olympics in Italy. I think you need to be active and engaged in your community. You need to be a positive model for all the kids coming up, playing whatever sport they're competitive in. And I think all of us on this team are really striving to be, not only good teammates to each other on the ice, but hopefully also real good ambassadors for curling and sport as a whole off the ice.
They have a great family there and a great team. A lot of the same qualities that we have, just teamwork, working hard to get the job done, and helping out each other along the way. So I think that as we continue to work with ATB over the next 4 years, you're going to see a lot of those qualities come through in our curling team.
The people at ATB have been great to me. I've met a whole whack of them over the last 9 seasons. Great people, they do a ton of stuff in the communities. They brought me into a lot of local communities as well, where I've got to meet even some of their clients and brand representatives.
We feel very fortunate to be partnered with a company that gives so much to Alberta and small town Alberta, being born and raised here in this wonderful province, and being partnered with a brand like them means the world to me. Being able to be involved with a company that gives so much to the grassroots. Even during the COVID years, they created 2 World Curling Tour events that we could play in. And just seeing their passion to give back to this wonderful province is one of the reasons we feel so fortunate to be partnered with them.
Hey, you old guys need a little bit of this for the joints, or?
Back in Alberta, baby.
Hey Benny, we got some pigeon food here for you.
Just clean, guys. Clean.
Man, I can't believe how easy this is.
I thought the youngsters were supposed to be coming to help today.
I don't know, man. Can't believe Benny. He's always giving me tips on the golf course, trying to fix my swing. I mean, he can't beat me anyway.
Hey boys, nice shirts.
Nice bin.
Thanks, boys. Just doing a little decluttering here, getting rid of some old artifacts here.
What do you got there?
Check it out.
2009.
Huh, been good for a long time.
And what's this?
I don't know.
2016.
Ooh, careful, Bottcher. That's the last thing I won. What do we got here? 2009 Worlds. Ooh, talk about a throwaway.
2009, weren't we in juniors?
What else we got here, Benny?
Boys, you can fit a ton of stuff in here, I'll tell you that.
Do you think this will fit?
Oh, come on.
Might be trying to get rid of those shorts too.
I think it's great to be partnered with another Alberta-based company who shares a lot of the same values and beliefs as us. Our team's looking to represent not only Alberta, but Canada. And I think just the privilege of being able to wear the red and white and put on that maple leaf is definitely what we're chasing. And hopefully that for us means a couple of world championships and culminating in the 26 Olympics in Italy. I think you need to be active and engaged in your community. You need to be a positive model for all the kids coming up, playing whatever sport they're competitive in. And I think all of us on this team are really striving to be, not only good teammates to each other on the ice, but hopefully also real good ambassadors for curling and sport as a whole off the ice.
They have a great family there and a great team. A lot of the same qualities that we have, just teamwork, working hard to get the job done, and helping out each other along the way. So I think that as we continue to work with ATB over the next 4 years, you're going to see a lot of those qualities come through in our curling team.
The people at ATB have been great to me. I've met a whole whack of them over the last 9 seasons. Great people, they do a ton of stuff in the communities. They brought me into a lot of local communities as well, where I've got to meet even some of their clients and brand representatives.
We feel very fortunate to be partnered with a company that gives so much to Alberta and small town Alberta, being born and raised here in this wonderful province, and being partnered with a brand like them means the world to me. Being able to be involved with a company that gives so much to the grassroots. Even during the COVID years, they created 2 World Curling Tour events that we could play in. And just seeing their passion to give back to this wonderful province is one of the reasons we feel so fortunate to be partnered with them.
Hey, you old guys need a little bit of this for the joints, or?
Back in Alberta, baby.
Hey Benny, we got some pigeon food here for you.
Just clean, guys. Clean.
Man, I can't believe how easy this is.
I thought the youngsters were supposed to be coming to help today.
I don't know, man.
Can't believe Benny. He's always giving me tips on the golf course, trying to fix my swing. I mean, he can't beat me anyway.
Hey boys, nice shirts.
Nice bin.
Thanks, boys. Just doing a little decluttering here, getting rid of some old artifacts here.
What do you got there?
Check it out.
2009.
Huh, been good for a long time.
And what's this?
I don't know.
2016.
Ooh, careful, Bottcher. That's the last thing I won. What do we got here? 2009 Worlds. Ooh, talk about a throwaway.
2009, weren't we in juniors?
What else we got here, Benny?
Boys, you can fit a ton of stuff in here, I'll tell you that.
Do you think this will fit?
Oh, come on.
Might be trying to get rid of those shorts too.
Clean. Yep. Clean. Yep. Clean. Whoa. Heavy clean.
And good morning. Welcome to semi-final action here at the ATB Men's Classic, coming to you live from the Okotoks Curling Club in Okotoks, Alberta. We are here to see the Brunner Bottcher semi-final game. This is an elimination match, of course. I'm Daniel Bobola, and I'm joined here today with Wade Johnston.
Yeah, thanks, Dan. And this is our first game we've ever worked together. I usually have my rink mate Mike here, but he's sitting beside me doing sound. But you've been a great addition to the team this week. You've done a fantastic job. There's a few times I thought maybe I'd be able to just stay home and you take it over, but
no, I thank you for having me here. It's been a lot of fun, and thanks for the kind words. Looking forward to talking about this game with you.
Yeah, and so we got Brunner. Actually, they qualified out of the B side to get into the event. So the way the event works is it's a triple knockout. Everyone starts out in the A, obviously, and we qualify 3 out of A, 3 out of B, 2 out of C. So if you lose a game in A, you drop into the B, regardless of if you won your first 2. You still drop to B, and then down to C. So you can't be out unless you lose your 3.
Right. And then, of course, once you get to playoffs, it is a sudden death.
That's right.
You're in the money round, though, so all the 8 teams that get to playoffs are leaving here with a little bit of money in the bank. Should be worth noting, though, if you get into the C event, you add a bunch of games to your schedule there.
It's a long road.
And we saw that yesterday with the Park team from Korea. They had to play 3 games yesterday just to qualify. And after winning 3 games, they were rewarded by having to play Brendan Bottcher in the quarterfinal.
And they took them to the wall. You would not have guessed. They'd played 3 games. They played unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, there's physical fatigue there, but the mental fatigue of playing that many games really wears on you. And just kudos to Team Park. I think they surprised a lot of people. And not that Team Bottcher would ever underestimate an opponent, but I think everyone was impressed with how well they performed.
That's what Benny came off and like, holy man, who are these guys? They just made everything.
Yeah.
They were. It's one of those things too. Sometimes you get deep in the sea and you got to play a pile of games, and momentum starts going your way and you start winning, and then shots start going your way because you're playing more and throwing more rocks and you're working together more, and you get hot. It used to be in the old circuit, the guys coming out of C won a pile of the Bachelor Bonspiels. The A guys sometimes ended up sitting for a full day. So then when they came back, they weren't as sharp as the guys coming out of the C.
Exactly. And as we already alluded to, Bottcher defeated Park last night in the quarterfinals, and Brunner defeated Team Slaczynski to advance to the semifinal here. That was also a close game, came right down to, it was determined in the last end there.
Yeah, I talked to Mickey Pendergast, coaches Slaczynski's team, and he said they actually played pretty well, and just the other guys were just that much better.
Yeah. And that's the way it goes. We had Mickey on the live stream for the afternoon game yesterday. He was providing his insight, and we talked a little bit about Team Slaczynski, a local team, has done well, has qualified in every event they've played in this season so far. So we'll probably be seeing them around a lot more.
Yeah, I know Mike had thought they were going to get into the next slam too because they've had so much success early on.
Yeah, they've got to be getting close. And starting off this end here, we got Bottcher having hammer. It's been a pretty open end, very conservative. First rock going in the rings, and Bottcher's just going to be happy to exchange hits here.
And Brunner plays incredibly fast. We had him on the live stream, I think, on Friday.
Same weight.
They had 7 ends done, and most of the other games were just starting the 6th, so they're incredibly quick.
Yes.
So pretty back and forth, up and down. This will, if they had time clocks, this would be where they'd be banking their time for later in the game.
Definitely, yeah.
But we don't have. We might have to consider that because we've had some long games.
And our other semifinal matchup is Mike McEwen versus Kevin Cooey. Cooey came through the seaside.
Yeah, and he just got hotter the whole way. Like, they were really kind of fighting it in the A and fighting it a little bit in B. And then even that first game in C, they didn't look sharp, but then all of a sudden they're just on a roll now and playing. They played Dunstone last night, and there was no let up. And that was his third game of the day.
Yeah, and talking to Carrick Martin a couple of days ago, it was yesterday or the day before, when you get into these bond spills, the days kind of blend in all together here, but he had some work done on his knee not long ago, and we sort of asked, well, how's the knee holding up? And he said, well, this will be a good test for it. But
yeah.
Haven't heard him complaining about it. So
he's such a big, strong guy. Like, I'm sure he had the muscle tone when he got the surgery, but it does take a long time to rebuild it. I think he heard it playing, is it softball, Mike? You heard this story. I don't know, it was baseball anyways. It was a swing and then the knee went.
Well, yeah. And not that I have any kind of medical expertise, but I know sometimes there's that, that's just the straw that breaks the camel's back, sort of the wear and tear.
If it was going to happen, it was probably better in the off season so he could get it fixed up. So Brendan's just going to hit this one. Trying to stick around with this first one.
Yep.
And interesting to note here, when we get down to the semifinals, we have 6 sheets here at the Okotoks Curling Club. We put one game on, when you see here on the side of the rink that has sheets 1, 2, and 3, and the other game on the 4, 5, 6 side. Got McHugh and Cooey playing on sheet 4. And at this point, the teams get the option when they choose a color. So you choose yellow, you get to pick the yellow rocks, any yellow rocks that you want on that half of the rink. So, for example, we've got Brunner throwing red rocks here. They got to choose the red rocks that they wanted. Any red rocks, any 8 red rocks, obviously, from sheets 1, 2, or 3. And the same is afforded to the team on the other side. They get to choose from 4, 5, and 6. Team Cooey's team had chosen to bring 6 of the rocks that were on sheet 6 over to their sheet on sheet 4. All the other teams just decided to keep the rocks that they have. So they felt that they were comfortable throwing those rocks.
It's funny too. I don't actually remember Cooey playing on 6. He obviously did.
They actually played twice.
There. Yeah,
okay. Yeah. So, and sometimes it's not that they feel that they're getting a bad rock on the sheet that they have. They just feel that the rock that they threw in that game or in the games in that instant, they know that they liked them. So they're just saying, let's keep it because I know I did. I was comfortable with it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot about them being matched, your 2 rocks being matched. So if you throw it to the tee line, the next one you could throw exact same way and it'll be on the tee line.
Yeah. And in the final, they'll actually get the teams will get the choice of rocks anywhere in the rink, so that we can pull them from any 6 sheets. And as we kind of expected here in the early going, Brendan just thrown big weight peel, and we got a blank end to start the semifinal match. Brunner versus Bottcher will be back in a moment.
Yeah, we're going to go a quick commercial. Okay, we're going to go through our sponsors here. For big thank you out to all of our sponsors here for the ATB Classic. Obviously, ATB Financial is our big sponsor, and thank you very much. We appreciate it. Aztec Safety at Lloydminster. They're actually their crew was here yesterday. I think they're here today. I thought I saw them. IHOP is a new one for us. We don't actually have an IHOP in Okotoks, but lots of them in Calgary, and I know that's Mike's big pancake place. Partners group out here in Okotoks, actually home builders, make some fantastic homes. I think Darcy Ranch, they got a pile out there. If you've been out to that area, it's really built up beautifully, and the golf course right there, great place to go. And Northern Mat and Bridge. So thank you very much to all our sponsors.
And here we are starting off at number 2 with end number 1 having been a blank, of course. Bottcher's going to retain hammer there.
Goed in, wenn in is.
Looks like this is coming tight.
Yeah, I
If
thought
not
that they,
in.
yeah, I thought that they had called for a guard, but
Ganz af,
you know, just
Yeah.
came a little, was a little heavy on that. May have just misread the ice. It's been pretty keen here.
Based on the last few games, Brunner, they like to hit. They
Like,
they're not afraid
easy?
if the game's close. Let's just put her in, keep it close. They weren't super aggressive in the game we saw here until late in the game, so and it's worked out for them so far. Obviously, being in the semifinal.
Clean, clean,
And
Clean,
it'd be interesting to see,
clean, clean.
you know, calling the
Whoa,
hit here,
Clean.
but
Whoa,
are
curl,
they?
curl, curl,
Look,
curl,
looks like
curl,
they're
curl,
trying
curl,
to
curl,
roll
curl,
to the
curl, curl,
wings.
curl.
To the wing, yeah.
They want to keep it in, see if they can generate something there. They didn't want that rock sticking there, so
10-7. 10-7.
it may look like well, was Ben just wide on that shot? No, they were trying a hit and roll, so
Yeah.
he was only wide by about an inch. It's not like but the call wasn't for a nose hit. They really wanted that rock on the wings, and because if Brunner had chased that rock, it would either you would probably see what's referred to as the delayed guard out of Bottcher. We still may see it here, even if they leave this rock in them.
May see it next, but this looks like it's tight as well.
Guard finish. 16-3.
Yeah, if that stays on the side of the house, then Brunner has to make the decision. Do I throw the guard or do I just go hit this one in the house?
Man, looks like he's drawn around here.
Oh, Diane Wilson's tuned in from southern Manitoba.
Yeah,
Lots of people today.
hello to we got some people in the chat.
Montreal, Teresa.
Line's
Yeah,
good.
Teresa. I think that's Montana.
Line's good.
Oh, sorry, Montana.
yeah. And
Line's
of
good.
course, Megan's here. Hi,
Room.
Megan.
Bit of room.
Nova
Line's
Scotia,
good.
Peggy McKenzie.
All
It's
right.
always Brett's. Always Brett's.
Is anyone
Line's
from Switzerland
Line's
tuning
good.
in today? Do you have any
Line's good.
Swiss
Line's good.
fans,
Line's good.
maybe?
Line's
I'd
good.
be
Tuning in to
surprised
see
if there
Brunner.
wasn't. I know the
Very
viewership jumps when these guys are on.
Yeah, if
Very nice shot here.
if you are in the chat from Switzerland, love to hear a hello.
So Benny made a good come around there. They're going to try and freeze to him. The red is a short runner, and they know that if they make a really good freeze here.
Dieter's here. Hello,
Dieter.
Dieter from Switzerland.
Wie lang sind wir? Bis zu 4. T-line.
This looks a little hot, Dan, eh? A little bounce, maybe?
A little wider than they wanted to, and that, yeah, that's
Just
a
trying to
little,
freeze.
just heavy, yeah.
Just a pound heavy. Annick Weatherman from Switzerland. Wow, we really, I don't know what time it would be in Switzerland.
It would be, I believe it's just after 6 there. I think they're 8 hours ahead of us, if I'm not mistaken. So they're enjoying their Sunday evening, watching Team Brunner.
Yeah. Really nice guys, these Brunner team.
Yeah.
They come very
Clean.
accommodating,
Yep.
have good visits, and talk
Yep.
about the game after.
Hard. Yep. Hard. Whoa. I was trying to get it way over there.
Just
A light.
overrolled a hair. Not terrible by any means, but it just jumped a hair at the end. They had a little less weight than they were looking for.
Line.
Yeah.
Good.
And to those of you tuning in from Switzerland, we want to say grüezi or bonjour, as we know we have some Swiss German and Swiss French players on this team. As they coming in for this double attempt here, trying to get that rock to curl, and successful
really
double,
good.
rolling away from the guard.
They're incredible hitters,
Yeah.
these guys.
10.5. 11-2.
Oh, Ohio's coming in.
Yeah.
Wow, we got everywhere.
Thank you for the kind words.
Mike's bashing us.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, whoa. Whoa, clean.
Yeah, our boss is
clean.
not as kind, so.
Curl. Curl. Whoa. Curl. 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 Hard. Whoa.
Really
Very
good
good.
shot.
Oh,
Really
great
shot.
roll there.
9-6.
Bottcher looks ready to play today.
Yeah.
They played. I didn't think they played too bad last night, but just they kept getting on the wrong side of the inch.
Yeah.
Throw a run back and just miss it and pick one of their own, and it just sometimes it snowballs a little bit. But
No. Looks like this could be a freeze attempt.
there's a hair full on this.
Didn't? Yeah. Well, I thought it was a little less ice than I would expect for this shot. So maybe that was because of the release.
So finish really hard
Yeah,
here.
here it comes. Great weight. And the line was good too. So yeah. Full to the broom, but that could just be part of his natural delivery, which is why the ice was a little less than we might expect. There.
Lots of rotation.
And you can see here that Brendan's just given Mark probably about 10 centimeters more ice than Team Brunner took to come down this same path. Of course.
This is Mark's intern as well.
Yeah, he's throwing
being a lefty.
Throwing it from the other hack. Slightly different trajectory here.
Line's good. Line's good.
Very straight throw.
Yes.
Little tight. Hard. Gotta go, guys.
And this
Gotta
is
go.
curling, yeah.
Gotta go. Hard line. Hard line. Hard line. Hard line. Hard line. You gotta keep going all the way to it. You gotta keep going. Gotta keep going. Gotta keep going.
16-2-5.
Go.
Wow, that's a
Drove
great
that a
job
long
by the
way.
sweepers, and you see that.
15-7.
He's Brendan's saying 15-7. We're not sure. We're disputing Brendan's.
Mike had 16-2-5, but
Yeah,
that's pretty close.
we split the difference, and
Yeah.
maybe it's somewhere in between. Yeah, but it's still
Yeah, Mike
very
had a big
fast.
breakfast, so he might be a little
Yeah.
slower now.
Yeah. Speaking of breakfast, if you come down to the Okotoks Curling Club to view the game, you can get a good breakfast here at Patsy's Kitchen.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Now that you're working here all the time, you just have to be aware that Mike used to be your height and your skinniness when he started here.
Okay.
So he spent a lot of
I'll
time
have
at
to-
that kitchen.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you are in the greater Okotoks area, we've got the finals going at 2 p.m. You can come and view that. $10 entry fee. You get to see the players live. You get to order the great food here.
That's a great atmosphere.
But going back to that last shot, we talked about Mark had more ice. He's got a different release. He called it a straight release. It's a pretty clean release. There's not a lot of fluctuation when he releases left and right. And you saw so much more curl out of his rock than on Brunner's team, just because they have that little bit of a set. So
Yeah. It's almost back to the
What kind of
broom,
weight are you
so it
seeing,
fights
Mark?
the curl earlier.
Yeah, I like that. Just heavy hack.
I don't know how much is under there. Half a rock?
Roll 3-4 feet.
Yeah, probably a fat half.
half.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty.
I still
pretty
think we're
thick.
shooting for a 12. I just think we might.
He's only looking for a hack, I think.
Yeah, they're looking to roll to the wings after this. Sitting
That's
two
about one
with
broom
hammer,
more than I wanted to give you.
one rock guarded on
think we
center
need a
line,
broom
one
more
in the
yet?
wings. Yeah.
It's a big to get the first deuce here.
And Brendan is probably going to go hard to be scoring here. They love scoring in the even ends.
Yeah. That used to be the old rule. You always tried to score in the evens. Set you up to have the hammer coming home.
Clean.
It's changed so much now
Clean.
because
Yep.
every end is so aggressive, but it's hard to control
Hard,
that.
hard.
This is really going
This
early.
is going.
Gotta go, Ben, gotta
They got to
go.
go hard to avoid that yellow.
Hard! As big of a roll as you got, as big a roll.
Oh, jeez, I can't believe he
Good
held that.
scrub. Very good. 11-8.
They're so
That
strong.
was great. Yeah. Yeah, we've been finding that the
Oh, very good.
sweepers have been
11-8.
very influential this weekend. the ice conditions have been such that it has
I
allowed
thought
them
you
to do
got
that. We've
close.
heard some
It was
comments.
Just kind of that, it was a little fresh through there.
Indicating that from the players. The sweepers feel like they're quite productive out there, and it rewards the teams that have the good sweepers.
The big, strong guy, yeah.
Well, and there's two aspects. There's having the muscle, and then there's making the calls too, to know that you're anticipating, you're reading the ice well. You know when to hold it straight and when to start, often referred to as carving it, trying to get it to curl.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a big advantage when you're a good ice reader. Like, our ice is pretty consistent, left to right, all the way across. But there's nothing wrong with a little quirkiness once in a while, because it's a big advantage. If you're good at reading ice, that's a real weapon.
You can see Team Brunner trying to get this to curl. It was a little wide, and they'll stay in the rings, but their second shot. And Bottcher doesn't have to address it. He looks like he's choosing that he will.
Yeah.
But
his only issue, if he doesn't address it and he goes around or something and they make a runner, now you're forced.
Keeping it simple. Setting up an easy 2 right now.
Kind of stuck, leaving him that hit and roll.
Brunner's going to have to make a really good roll here to prevent Bottcher from scoring 2 here.
And Brendan would like to just leave it out there. He doesn't necessarily want to roll. If he happened to roll under, and some people, you make the roll under, they make a freeze and then they're out of the end.
Yeah.
So he'd like to leave this out here. If they make the hit and roll, so be it, but...
Easy, good. Well, yep.
Looks pretty close.
Yep.
That's a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
That curled a bit.
Brunner's going to be going...
The roll is going to leave them a little higher if they make it. They have seen it because they just saw Gallant make it. Basically almost same spot too, right?
Yes.
Ja. Hur länge gick det? Jag får sekunder. Ja, good.
It's a little firmer, I think, than he was.
Yeah, and
trying their best to get it to curl.
Trying to get anything they can. Do get a roll inward. It is shot, so Brendan is going to have to hit it, but it is wide open and can afford to be roll a few feet either way and still get their 2 here.
Same weight back.
Yeah, the Bottcher team played a good end. I'm trying to think, I don't really think there was a miss. Maybe might have had a half shot in the first one in the end and made pretty much everything from that point on. It's hard to prevent a deuce if you make all your shots. Looks pretty good.
And
big deuce to start the game.
So Brendan Bottcher goes up 2-0 over Brunner after 2 ends here at the ATB Okotoks Men's Classic.
Trying to roll away. Just pound it hard and make a good roll under the guard.
Yeah, they're going to have the conversation now. Up 2. Brunner's going to have discussion. They probably feel like they got to be a little more aggressive now, try and get a deuce. Bottcher would be happy to get a force here. Force a 1 would be really good.
All good, guys. Throw a tight center.
Have Hammer play in the 4th end. They're going to go with a tight center.
Tight center. Play a force.
Yeah. And you heard them having that quick discussion.
Yeah, make sure everybody's on the same page. You always think you are, but sometimes, guys are tired and they forget, and next thing you know, the rock's in the house, and so you got to have that quick discussion. What's the plan? What are we doing?
Yeah.
What's the end goal here? And Brendan talked about a force would be good.
Yes, if
Is this first rock
textbook
curling a little
game,
bit
of
more,
course,
Ben?
is if you're starting the game with hammer, would be to go blank, score 2, hold them to 1, score 2, and just keep exchanging it that way. So I mean, as long as they're still on that path, I think you're just going to see them play every end that way.
Yep.
The
They're
line's
such a
good.
weapon at second
Bit
and
of room, if
third for
anything.
run backs
Bit
and
of room.
doubles.
Bit of room. Bit of room.
Thank you, L88
Yeah,
Merle
it's gotta
Murphy.
curl a bit. Okay, that'll work. Line's getting there. You
It's
got to
nice
beat him
to
my broom,
hear.
though.
It's nice to hear that somebody thinks we know what we're talking
Usually
about.
I get home, my mom's
Very
like,
good.
you guys. Like,
Just popped out a little on me. Good shot.
I should say that she's listening. She'll be mad at me. I got in trouble yesterday because I told everyone what her age was online, and she was waiting for me.
Oh yeah, I didn't hate it at all.
Oh, 723 viewers. Pretty good. What did we get up to yesterday, Mike? 1,300?
All right. Well, when Mike's on the
I know.
microphone,
He
it does go
draws
up a
them
little
in.
bit. He just needs to save his voice a little
It's
bit
that
for the final.
silky smooth voice.
Yeah.
He should have been a singer like his dad.
Yeah. We had a crowded house last night.
Oh.
It was, it was hopping up in the lounge. Almost got to the point it was hard to get a seat, but I think people were able to get a good view.
Line's good. Little tight, if anything.
Okay. Pamela asked us to update the other one. They haven't actually posted the score is the problem. We want to donate.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
they did?
McEwen got
Keep going,
2
guys.
in the first end.
Oh, okay. There's a big post right in the way,
Yeah.
so it's sometimes hard to see it. But yeah, they did get 2.
And they're still playing the second end, so we don't know the result there.
Okay.
It's at the moment it's 2-0 McEwen.
Did we lose the sound here?
Touch me, yeah.
Oh, Fred's in the house. Hello, Fred. I hope you're doing well. He chimed in yesterday when John Dunn was on.
And so Bottcher throws up a couple of guards here.
Good, finish good. Good.
And
That's
Brunner throws up the corner and is going to
Coming
draw
around
around
here.
their own
Whoa,
guards.
Tony!
Some people would be tempted to draw around the center line guards because that Bottcher might be there. Oh, and actually they're stacking the guards here. They're putting up 2 guards. I don't know if the call was for the
I don't know
draw.
if that was the call, but
Yeah, not a bad result. That's
no.
the
But
pro side miss there.
now that it's not in, you'll probably see Bottcher just ignore it and go back to
I
the
think
center.
I'm okay. Do you prefer that?
Surprised Fred isn't watching the Shannon game down in Lethbridge. His daughter Eva is playing there. They were online this morning when I left. Or sorry, granddaughter Eva. Yeah, you could have 2 screens going.
Thank you for the clarification there,
Line's
Diane.
good.
It's nice to know someone's paying attention.
Line's
here.
good. Okay, go
Oh,
ahead a little for line
1,330,
2.
yeah.
Hard. Hard.
Just before this shot got called, you saw the
Line's
Bottcher
good.
team briefly talk about
Line's
which way
good.
to come at it.
Yep.
The natural stagger would
Yep.
call
Hard,
from you
hard.
coming from the other side
Line's good.
here, but they're actually a little concerned about where
Very
that
good,
red
guys, very
corner
good.
guard is. It
15-6,
might that high
15-5.
guard kind of
Awesome.
they're
Good
concerned
shot.
it might get in the way of the person attempting to draw there.
Yeah, corner being the way. The other issue also is if you end up showing them half a rock,
Yeah.
they might end up playing the hit and roll back behind the corner. When you go this way, you basically take that out of play.
Yes. And Team Brunner not liking the way that's setting up for Team Bottcher, so they're going to try and do a little bit of house cleaning here. And of course, still leaving red rocks around with the double on the guards. Yellowish shot, but there's a lot of red guards up front, which either team could use, but
I think
if
we
you're,
wanna be a little
looking at
higher than
scoring
it.
a multiple,
I don't want to
you
come
need
in
some
here and
guards
leave
in
him
play.
some kind of there.
Well, yeah, I thought he might maybe try and hook this one. I think he's going to throw the guard with the
Kinda
first
top
one.
of the logo.
Then if they peel, then he might just keep throwing it, I guess. Thought he might try and hook this top 12, but it's a pretty good call. The ice is so good and swings so hard that sometimes if you leave these guards too high, they can easily get around them. But obviously Brendan's going to recognize that. Oh, we have a big shout out from Paula Zacharias. Her husband Daryl curls with us on Thursdays.
Line's good.
He's getting ready. He must be out training,
good.
it says, for the big curling season. I don't know what she considers
to curl a
training,
little.
but Mike's
Gotta curl.
alluding to
Gotta curl, gotta curl,
what
gotta
it
curl,
probably
gotta
is.
curl. Hard, 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 hard. Hard. Line's good there.
This has got to
Line's
finish
good there.
here.
Good shot.
That's really
shot.
good. And hung it out a little bit, so it makes that much harder to come with the out turn.
Ja, Tani.
Are they playing?
3/4, 4/5.
Gonna throw the runner?
I
It
think
must be.
so. Looks like that.
You need to make this here, or else they're gonna throw in the other guard, and you're really gonna be in trouble.
And they're not throwing a rocket at this. It's a controlled weight.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's pretty
Get
good.
it off
yeah.
the 4.
Yeah. It is. You know, it leaves
Top 4.
Bottcher's Yellow Rock in the rings.
He's gonna be first guy in, but the situation's definitely better.
Yes.
I don't know what else he could have really done there, right? Like, it was overhooked. There was no gap. Like, that was probably a good call.
And for those of you wondering, the Cooey McEwen game, this still no result in the second end.
Line's good.
Pretty
Line-
slow start
line's
to the
good.
slow pace to the
four.
game so far.
Line's good. Line's real good. Line, just a weight shot. It's curling pretty good. Line's
It's
good.
coming hard now.
Line's good.
Probably gonna overbury this, which is fine.
Very good, Mark. Great shot.
Yeah, talking about trying that same shot again.
I guess he does have options. If you end up hitting it a little thin, he might ram it into the one over on the side. Might hit and roll in front of the one and over in the side. They just threw it, so you'll have a good idea.
Yeah. And again, they're not throwing a big weight at it. It is a controlled weight hit because they want to keep that shooter, or sorry, the rock that they raise around. They need to keep that in the rings.
This is going to overcurl.
Oh, and that's a terrible way to miss that shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, rather be wide on that one.
Have we ever thrown a high
had some
guard?
options wide.
Yeah.
Like it's either a high guard or we're just trying to bite the 12-foot.
I'm just going to give Team Bottcher the opportunity to put another one in there.
If you could hook this to the 12-foot.
And now they're considering just guarding, and
it's going to be really hard to score here if
Are you
Brandon
good with
throws
your
this
in-turn?
guard.
Okay, I don't really know how to get there with the out turn. Higher the better.
so guarding a guard.
I have to assume you're going to see some kind of double peel. Mike, you got your watch?
Yeah, this one will be traveling really slow.
To throw that guard we had here.
Yeah.
That's a broom less.
Yeah,
You have
and
to flirt with that yellow guard too to get to the right spot.
you do, and the other thing is when you're throwing these really high guards, you got to remember they're curling in some cases about
Line's
you're
good.
talking they're curling they have 15 feet less
Line's
travel than like a
line's
draw
good.
shot. So it changes
good.
where you put
Line's
the
good.
with the
That's
the
right.
broom. You
Line's
saw
good,
that little
guys.
discussion that they had there.
Yep.
Line's good. Easy.
He's
Line's
going to be
good.
really
Line's
good here.
Very good, Mark.
18-9.
Yeah, so that was
Oh, Brennan
Very-
said he had 16-5. No, he never.
A little.
yeah.
Let's go, Mike. You got this.
All right, that's a big shot. spin this in.
No.
Geez, that's pretty good.
It's
It just
pretty
got
good.
a lot better.
It did. Yeah. I
Now,
mean,
are they second? I don't
their
think
third shot.
third shot.
So
it's not ideal, but it's probably as good as you could do.
yes,
If we throw
it does improve the situation.
Yeah. It's
And-
nice having that little kicker come in.
Well, and it exposes the shot rock. I mean, there is a tricky double right now available to Brunner that would be for leave them sitting too. So Brendan has got that in mind, and he's gonna be guarding shot rock.
That rock rolled to kind of an awkward spot. It's not super usable for him. Yeah.
He's just going to try and keep it to the right-hand side, maybe
Yeah.
cover 3/4. There shouldn't be a hole.
And with Brendan's comment about that rock
we
rolling to an
wonder more,
awkward
Mark?
spot, they kind of feel where it rolled. It's not easily accessible for Brunner to run it in for a slash it. And just looking at it from kind of behind the hack, you may have to kind of cross the face on it if you wanted it to use that red rock at all, which is an awkward shot. Yeah.
Tough.
Whoa. 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 Line's good.
Just
Line's
finishing up here. Man, they move so hard at the end.
Yes. We
Very
have been
good.
seeing
Perfect spot.
good curl throughout the entire event, and it doesn't seem to be letting up at all.
No, and it seems the weight has been pretty consistent even into the eighth ends. You know, when you have guys like this that are so strong and so powerful, you could see a breakdown of the pebble a lot of times, but remarkably, it's held up really well. That used to be a big part of the game too in their 10-end games.
Yeah.
You know, it starts breaking down. It's who picks it up the best.
Well, you had to anticipate that when those draws coming into the forefoot. You just knew, okay, when was it going to hit? Commonly referred to as fudge. When was it going to fudge?
The sweepers had to just believe it sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're pretty fortunate. I know everyone looks at this and says, oh, wow, the ice is good for this event. This is actually pretty close to what we have for cub curling all year long.
Oh, so this is the standard I have to expect
Yeah, that
to
we're
maintain?
expecting.
Okay, oh boy, I better.
So when you get upstairs and I'm staring at you.
All right. And over on our other semifinal, Cooey was held to a single in the second end. So McEwen is up 2-1 heading into end number 3.
Just going to throw the runner here.
Runner gets ready for the...
They were hoping to get that one out of the forefoot.
Definitely setting up well for a force here for...
Now
They're probably going to have the in. Oh boy, and that intern draw is not easy either, right?
Yeah. And this is where they start considering, well, do we want to come in?
Now we can throw a rock here.
They might as well,
If
right?
it's a little light and it's here, it plays.
Lie 3 is pretty good. I almost think they're going to... Brenner's going to have to throw the out-turn draw on the side of the forefoot. That might be his out to get one.
Yeah.
And that's not easy.
I think right now he's throwing an in-turn draw through the hole.
Oh, they think he's going to play the intern, but I almost think it curls so hard he might run into the yellow.
Yeah. The only thing is when you're drawn
never
to the
bumping
edge of the... by forcing him to throw to the edge of the forefoot, it forces him to throw wider than they have been all yet this game. So there's always that question that comes into, well, is it going to grab a little more if I get out here? Is it going to be a little heavier? We haven't been down this path.
And it's, like the intern's probably better, but the intern is a weight and a line call. You have to deal with issues, whereas you know probably where to put the broom on the out turn, and then it's just strictly a weight call for the sweepers.
Wherever I had last time. Okay. I thought it was minimum release, so.
Well, these guys make everything anyways.
Yeah.
I'd like to give you a few feet less. Line's better on this one.
Line looks pretty good, pretty similar to his last one. Now is
Oh,
Just
that's a good
haven't
spot.
looked at it. Hard to say if that's
yeah, he's
gonna
just going
bear
to
it.
play
I
the
think it's-
draw.
Looking at the draw. All right.
Oh, Kui got one in the second. Yeah, we could see that one go up there.
You mean you want both?
So Kui's down one without, playing 3. We're almost done the third end here. They're just starting the third end over there.
You dropped it in a great spot.
So mission accomplished with that shot by Team Bottcher. They just wanted to force Brunner to make a very precise draw here. Drawn to the side of the 4-foot. And you can see where they've got the broom.
They just saw Brendan's and going a little farther out. It's just whether is this going to be just a hair heavier out here. Mike's got his watch out.
Also, as a sweeper, you're trying to anticipate the same thing. Is it a little heavier out here?
Yeah.
Starting to come in now. The line looks pretty close. They got to grab a good piece of that 4-foot. They got to be majority 4-foot here on this shot. Look real good.
Yeah, real good.
Oh, great shot.
Great shot. Really good shot.
Great shot. Against 3 by Brunner. To go down 2-1 to pull within 1. As we head into end number 4 here at the ATB Classic in Okotoks, Alberta.
Yeah, so we're going to give a little shout out to our sponsors again here. ATB Financial is the major sponsor for the event. Aztec Safety, which is actually running a big event out in Lloyd in January. We had them on last night, and they're really excited about it. It's going to be a terrific event out there. Partners, which is development group here in Okotoks. A lot of stuff out by Darcy Ranch, beautiful homes that they do out there. IHOP, which is Mike's favorite pancake place. Hey, Mike?
Yep.
Big fist pump. Northern, Matt, and Bridge. So thank you very much, everybody, and I hope you're enjoying the curling. There, look at that, ATB.
Important to note that without the support of the sponsors, events like this just couldn't happen. You know.
Yeah, we've had ATB how many years now? 3 years. Like,
Oh,
if we don't have ATB, we're probably not getting the big teams like we are. Like,
No, we've had teams from around the world
Yeah.
come here. We had
like 11
I've got
international.
11 of the 24 teams are from out of Canada, and I'll see if I'll test my memory here, see if I can remember the countries we
a
had.
little bit of room.
China, Japan, Korea, New Zealand, Swiss, which
Room.
are on the ice now,
Room.
Germany,
Still room.
and
room,
the Netherlands.
Room.
Netherlands,
Gotta
7
curl.
different countries.
Am
Gotta
I missing one?
I wish
I
they
thought we had
could
8.
put it up on the
Yeah.
screen so we know. But, oh, there it is.
Who did I? Yeah, I think I got them all.
Good scrub, guys. Yeah.
It was already up when I said it. We don't make mistakes over here, you guys.
And the development in some of these countries is just it's just coming so far.
Really good, yep.
Of course, here we have a Swiss team on the ice. Switzerland has a long history of curling. I mean, they obviously on the women's side they've been dominating for quite some time.
Yep.
I was very fortunate. We decided to travel and play in a bonspiel in Switzerland a few years ago, and it was a great experience. Like, they have a really good curling culture there. It's I at the time, and I don't know if the stats are still true, but they probably have the second most amount of regular curlers in the country of any country after Canada.
So does every small town kind of have a rink the same way as we do, or is it similar that way?
I don't think it's to that extent. I don't know how many there are, but I mean they had a very, this was in Bodden, and they had a 4-sheeter.
Don't kill it though.
And they have a very active volunteer membership base there.
Line's good.
You know, they put on a good event. I mean, there were the top teams in Europe. It was a great experience for us going there. We didn't do very well in the event, but we had a blast being there. And as a Canadian, you go out on the ice and you just hear a bunch of different languages spoken around you, and it was awesome. And and like I said, they have a lot of curlers. Probably the second most amount of curlers out of any country. At least that was the case. It's a little. We know that China has put a lot into expanding their.
And Japan spent a lot of money. Even the U.S., it seems like the numbers are growing there drastically too.
Yeah, they could be growing, and of course, in some of those countries with large populations, it wouldn't take long to get their numbers up if it catches on. And this Brunner team has been spending a lot of time in Canada. There's still the depth of competition here that they seek. So I think I was talking to
good toss.
Michael or Mikael on the team, and he said that he spent 48 weeks out of the last year
48
in Canada, so they've been spending a lot of time, and they're actually they've got their plane tickets to head back because they're heading back right after this event, and if they go on to win this game, they actually have to rebook their flights. They have a plane that leaves tonight, and they won't make the flight if they play in the final. So they've got their phones.
That's not as easy as
browser
just booking a new flight back to Saskatoon.
No, it's a big one, and they were really disappointed because apparently they've got the direct flight from Calgary to Zurich booked, but that only goes twice a week, so they have to do a whole bunch of rerouting if they get. But they said it's totally worth it to be in the final.
Yeah, it's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
Nice peel. Lots of rocks in the house here.
And as you see the Swiss team, they also have a lot of sponsors on their jacket, and of course, with the amount of time and money that they're putting into the game, the sponsorship sure goes a long way. Yeah. And they did want to give a shout out to their main sponsor, Securitas Direct, and also to Hardline for their support.
Yeah, Swiss Alarm Solutions, Securitas Direct. Yeah. I was saying they were the #1 provider in Switzerland, but I didn't actually know that. But
okay.
I assume.
Yeah.
And the Bottcher team's got the coach here today, Paul Webster. It's a fantastic asset for them.
Yeah.
Paul and I actually traveled through Europe a little bit back 25 years ago.
Oh.
He was out there teaching a curling camp with my wife, and I flew out. We traveled 3 or 4 days through Germany, and first time I'd ever been out of the country.
Paul has worked with a lot of high-performance curlers over the years, and is now, last couple of years, settled to be full-time coach of Team Bottcher. So we have a lot of rocks close to the center line, touching or close to the center line. Currently, Bottcher is shot rock, but as you can see with everything lined up, things can change in a hurry, but Brunner seems content to not make a big move here too early. That's always the decision to make here, because of course if they decide to take a run at it, then it becomes their red rock. That's the easy one to go here. So they're going to just put up a guard for now.
At some point here, you see, make I don't know. They might not. They might be happy with a force 2 and get a deuce the next end. Is this a straight peel?
It looks like it.
Clean.
They take the ice and they put the broom inside the rock, and you start to wonder.
Yeah.
The run back ice is just an inch different than the straight peel ice.
Exactly. Yeah.
Und das nicht. Weil der können wir nicht anspielen.
You know, and that's sort of
the Nase 5-2.
the situation here
Aber
with the
ihr
ice
tut
is
das
that, yes,
nachher,
there is a lot
weil
of
wenn wir
curl,
jetzt
but it
alles
is going to be
nehmen,
very
dann
weight sensitive. When you throw that big weight, you can
Ja.
almost eliminate all the curl.
Aber wenn wir es jetzt machen, dann ist es
And
sicher
that's something
zwei
that,
Chancen
you
für
know,
das.
one of the skills in judging it is figuring out, okay, for the appropriate weight call, where do I need to put this broom? You know, if you're calling for a normal hit versus a peel, that's a significant difference in the broom placement there.
Was hätte er, wenn wir in die Höhe geht?
Dann, oder? Ja. Oder der ja. Ja. Ja.
So the other thing to think about right now, if you know,
Ja, das ist
Bottcher definitely wants to score this end to kind of keep that scoring in the even ends and retain the hammer for the even ends. Would love to score 2 here, but right now scoring 2 would be pretty difficult for him. And then on the Brunner side, you know, of course they would love to be able to get a steal here, but they really don't want Bottcher to score 2. So they might just be content just to put a.
I almost feel like both teams would be okay giving Bottcher 1.
Yeah.
Nein, Linie kommt easy. 2.
Sort of a scenario they can both live with.
Yeah.
Genau von der Rot. Nicht mehr, nicht mehr. Wow, wow, wow.
Brunner does not want to get down 3 against Brendan.
No. And the angles aren't fantastic for bumping this for Brunner. If he bumps it and frees the red a little bit from that yellow, all of a sudden he's in a lot of trouble.
Yes.
So they're switching turns by the looks of it, so I'm almost wondering, is he... He's just got to be peeling. But he did switch turns.
Yeah. Opening. Tries to do something here at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a straight peel.
Yeah, I think so. Just clean. So now...
That's okay. Yeah, I did.
I never saw what he put for what kind of weight he's throwing here.
Yeah, so he's going to make a move. He's going to sit shot.
I feel like he's trying to hit almost 7/8 and kind of almost roll off it for a guard and free the yellow.
So it's going to be very easy for Brunner to sit 1. The problem is that going to make it easier for Brendan to score 2 after this? Right now, Brendan has I don't know how he scores 2. He'd have to just.
Oh, and Frank's looking for an update in the Cooey game. They're still in the third end.
Yeah.
It's just a little slow, Frank.
Yeah. We haven't forgotten about that game. They're just taking a long time to get stuff.
Yep.
This is
Oh,
interesting.
he was trying to pick the yellow. That's what he was playing.
Okay, I guess the call was to try and hit the
Trying
yellowest.
to pick the top yellow.
Or was it pick, or was it have it glance onto the?
Well, maybe. I don't know. Either or, he was trying to play that yellow. I think maybe he thought both yellows would go. Then he was trying to get it in there. Maybe they would have.
I mean,
You
I
gotta
don't know.
throw an absolute cannon at it, I think.
Just looking at Mark's expression, I don't think Mark thinks it's going to go. I think he thinks the red's going to stay.
I think they're trying to figure out is there a way to.
Yeah, so they're going to draw the side of the button.
Like, the tragic thing here is to give up a steal. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're drawing the button from here.
Just gotta stop it right on the side of the pin.
Yeah.
Not a lot of room for error.
Yeah.
You almost have to curl around the red a little bit just to get to enough
I think
of
you
it.
do. I think you're right. You're kind of drawn to the side of the yellow rock. So you're going to have to be pretty close to that red rock.
Also, Cooey stole in the third end, so it's a tie game over there on McHugh and Cooey.
Yeah.
I think
Tied at 2.
He had to measure for it by looks of it.
2-2, McEwen. McEwen has hammer playing 4. Yeah, they're almost a full end behind our feature game here. Brendan trying to make an extremely precise draw here. Taking a lot of ice. They do not want to be narrow on this. Narrow could cost them a point.
He's close.
He's
here.
close on the line. Oh,
there it comes.
Here it comes.
The line's going to be real good. It's just the weight. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh,
I think
boy.
he got it.
Oh.
He did. Wow. That's a great draw.
What a shot.
Yeah. A great draw for 2.
Wow.
To go up
We did
4-1
it.
after 4 hens here at the halfway mark in the semifinal of the ATB
That's a big shot.
Men's Classic here in Okotoks, Alberta.
You want to?
In not early. Finish good. Schön bis da. Einsatz. Yep. Okay, der Lanen. 18-1. Ja.
Line's good. Line's good. Line's good. Okay, go ahead then. Go ahead. Line's good. Yeah. Oh, hard guys. Hard guys. Full top 12. As long as you're full top 12, it works. That works. That works.
Yeah, no, I came, but they're golfing. Where they go? At our place in Cutting.
All right, here we are. Back end number 5, the semifinal of the ATB Classic. Coming to you from Okotoks, Alberta. I'm Daniel Bobola, joined here by Wade Johnston. Here we are, Brunner versus Bottcher. Brunner has hammer, but is down 3 after Brendan Bottcher made an excellent draw to the side of the button, had to outdraw a rock that had a good portion of the button, and had the pin covered by his own rock, just drew to the side of it. You know, that's a testament, like that's a team effort on a draw like that, because you have, first of all, you know, you've got the thrower. The sweepers have to judge that weight. I mean, they don't have a foot margin of error on that. Like, they've got about a 2 centimeter range that they're drawing, that they have to gauge that. And Mark Kennedy in the house as the vice has to be directing it. You hear him saying straight, curl, straight, you know, like they're depending where it is.
It's incredible, really. I'm sure Brunner's like, what do I got to do to get a force here? Like, that looked like there was nowhere near enough room.
You know, but playing in a league game, if you're the thrower in that situation, you sometimes just throw it away because you're more worried about you know, tapping,
accidentally over curling and bumping.
Yeah,
you got to yell at your guy to fall on it.
Very good, Brett. Good shot. 15-4. Draw.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a little bit of the play to the side here this end.
En op plaats.
That looked a little hot out of his hand.
Good, linie goed.
and
Linie is goed.
Brunner's going to want to generate some offense here. You know, they've got 4 ends. They're down 3 with 4 ends. They're not desperate, but they need points. They need they really need to score multiple.
Deuce is big here.
Yeah,
a force, and you're in a lot of trouble with 3 ends to go, 2 down without. So a deuce is big.
Yeah. They're going to need at least a 2, and you know, at some point they're going to need either a steal or a 3.
Pretty good.
Yeah. And of course, on the opposite side, Brendan is just going to be trying to prevent the 2 from coming into play.
So one thing when you come down here, you get to see there's some big guys. You're like, Glant's a big man.
Yeah.
Like, when he's throwing that, there's a lot of heat coming.
Oh.
Yeah, but if you want to make a double, then we have to make it on the side anyway.
Was meine dit?
So interesting with the Swiss team, and as to how they communicate.
Dat Zeug wegbrengen.
Ja, we hebben overtje.
The
Als men het wordt proberen, gaan we nou.
3 of the 4 are primarily German speakers. They're Swiss German speakers. One of the players is a French Swiss. But they all speak English, of course. So English is their common language, but naturally their mother tongue, they're more comfortable speaking that, and so the lone French speaker understands German well.
Yeah,
but isn't as comfortable speaking it. So they'll sort of the Germans will speak German. And the French player will just answer in English. It's sort of their way of communicating, and that's what you'll sort of see there.
So different, right?
Yeah.
Over there, that's probably just common as can be, right?
Well,
they
yeah,
all speak so many languages.
There's four official languages in Switzerland. None of them are English, but that's the common language that they use there. So it's a interesting scenario in that aspect. For any Swiss viewers coming in, if you want to let us know which languages you speak, that would be interesting to hear.
Yeah.
I was talking to Coach Thomas Lips, and I said, I know that Romanche is a language in Switzerland, but I've yet to meet somebody who actually speaks it.
Yep. Well, we're right on the nose. Okay. Works.
Yeah, we don't. We're basically just English for the most part here. Obviously, we have French as but that's mostly Eastern.
Yeah. BBVG speaks 5 languges. Well, thanks for making us feel inadequate here.
I almost didn't pass English in school. That's all I speak all day.
I speak 1 language and not very well.
2 år siden, if that path.
I don't speak French. I do kiss that way, I guess.
Okay, yeah. We won't be asking for any demonstrations, though.
Switzerland, we have to speak at least 3.
Yeah.
Wow. So would they teach 3 in school?
I'm going to guess, and BB can correct me. I'm going to guess that you have the one you naturally speak in your region, which would be one of the big 4, and then you're probably learning English, and then you're probably learning a second of the 4 official. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, they just made a fantastic come around here for the Get Shot Rock.
It's
Yeah, and you know,
right, half
when
rock
you
is perfect.
need to generate offense, using the rocks that are in the top of the ring sometimes become your best guards.
Yep.
You know, so, and it's psychologically tough to be thinking that you got to draw. You have to draw back 8 foot, back 12, because you're so worried about if you're a few feet heavy.
Deep,
it's out of play. Like, it's useless.
Yep.
And in these situations, you know Bottcher's going to be pounding anyways.
Yeah.
So
Yes!
it's close.
Oh, look at that. Gets them both.
Really good
Just
shot.
when you think you got a glimmer of hope,
Yep.
here comes Mark
Good
Kennedy.
shot.
It's so funny with curling, right? You can get all these guys into a curling club in the middle of Okotoks, and anybody can come down and watch and
Yeah.
be 2 feet from them and talk to them when they come off. And
Oh, yeah.
it would be like going to the rink right beside us and a bunch of NHL players rolling around. And
Oh, yeah. If you were here Thursday, Friday, we had 4 full draws. So you got, you know, we had the 2014s. You got 96 of these guys walking around. I mean, you can see them, hear them, smell them. You know, like they're all around you. So I encourage. Yeah, definitely. Come by, come down.
we had all our juniors come in for free. There was lots of juniors around. Oh, this is fantastic, too. Did he get completely on?
No, I think
Not that it matters. They're going to be pounding.
He's showing an
anyways.
edge, but I don't think Brendan's going to chase that. I think he's probably going to.
He could slash the yellows, get them all to go, and squirt one over to the corner.
I mean, it kind of looks like if he hits the top yellow on the
Left-hand side.
Yeah, that he might be able to get.
A little high,
Squirt
then we're
that
banging
yellow
the
onto
top
it.
2 away for sure.
A little high with the 9 1/4.
Like, are we at it and leave 2 up there?
Well, I think if you
I mean, you make this, and you kill the back one. Most they could get is 2, and they're going to have to make something really good to get it.
I agree. A little high with a 9.
a little high with normal. So you could throw a little more weight then to make sure.
Throw an 8.
Is a hook. Okay.
I like 8. Firm. Yeah, a little bit bigger roll.
You know, we're talking about speaking other languages. I think.
Yeah.
Those of us who are Gen Xers remember, you know, before we had in our interpreters on our phone, our translator was the back of the cereal box as growing up as kids. You know, that would be how you learned your French. Is you'd read
I never thought
the
of
cereal
that.
box.
Mike and I just looked at the pictures.
I like just a little more.
It would have been a good way, actually. I never even thought of that.
Whoa.
He's real close here.
And there you go.
Yeah.
You know, Brunner's got to be thinking, what do I got to do here?
Yeah. So he's going to try and roll under. If it didn't swing so much, you might see him freeze to that back one, but it's just swing so hard, you'd have to go so far out. He's talking about it, but it's tough. That guard almost gets in the way. The corner seems like it's a long ways out there, but it's not.
Ja, also wenn du so smooth auf der Außenkante bist, muss knapp da vorbei.
Yeah, you're right. He could throw the spinner.
Ja. Also der andere wäre das, der Draw da. Ja. Gut, aber wenn der wieder so weit hinterher wie es geht.
I mean, in theory, I guess you could come with the incher and try and hook, but they make so many of these run
Da
backs.
steckt er dann auch fast nie. Also ja, müsste dann.
And Sherry, thanks for encouraging people to help our algorithm here. We need all the help we can get.
That's right.
Ja.
Beat Brunner, so that must be one of the family members. They speak Swiss German. Third also speaks French. Also speaks French.
Yes, the third is the.
Would that be like a Swiss French, or is it just straight French?
I'm going to guess here, and we'll let people help me out. I think they probably have there's probably a dialect to it, but I imagine that it's
Kind of like our Quebec French versus,
yeah, it's probably got a little bit of a dialect, but they probably have an official French that would be the same as.
He's a straight French.
Straight French, okay. Yeah.
No.
No, we're
normal French. Normal French. I thought it'd be have like an accent, like our Quebec French probably has an accent compared to French, right?
Yeah.
But they're right on the borders too. They're pretty close.
Yeah.
But if you roll one with them, they just have a straight hit.
Well, mind you, I mean, you can travel within France and come across various dialects. So, but they would all have the I don't know if you want to. Some people might be offended by the term, but proper French that they would use on all their official documentation and such.
Right now, they're
And here we go. So it's
Bay at, not beat. It doesn't say Bay? Or it says beat, yeah. Bay at.
Oh, and
just a hair far, yeah.
Oof, that might be fourth shot.
Yeah. It won't come into play, I don't think.
Yeah. I think Brendan can just go aggressive to try and make a draw.
Yeah, even if you hooked half around into the forefoot,
and then
it's where, and then at that point they're almost having to play. Well, can't even play the double at the top because you won't be shot.
No.
Just top button.
This will be. This is going to get really tough for
Top button.
Brunner. Just kind of cheek it a little bit.
You know what the best part of the trip to Switzerland, though? The chocolate.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, like it's the chocolate is phenomenal. And you can get like this high quality milk chocolate in like a grocery store, just like regular grocery brand. Like they just, yeah.
So what is it about Switzerland and the chocolate?
I don't know.
They obviously don't grow the cocoa there.
No.
Or nothing. Like, because they've been doing it for 300 years.
Yeah. It's just great.
Close. Whoa.
This is going to be really good, I think.
Here we go.
Really good, yep.
There you go.
It's going to be really tough to score here. I don't think he'll be shot, eh? Well, maybe you could roll into it and get shot if you make the double across the top. You might get enough action, but I don't think so.
I don't think you can. I think you miss the double if you're rolling into the side. So what we're talking about is the rock that's sort of biting the 8 foot right on the center line, running that back to get your double. You don't end up out counting the one that's on the left side.
He's thinking of thinning it off the corner to get it that way.
That's probably an all or nothing shot there. Yeah.
But it might be as easy a shot to score, but it's tough.
Yeah.
Oh, they say it's the creamy milk from the cows in the hills, so it's more milk related than chocolate related.
That's what I've heard, and yeah, there's how the cows are fed and raised, and yeah.
It's different conversations with Dan here.
Oh, yeah.
We're all learning so much, and Mike and I, we just grunt our way through.
Yeah.
besonders. Ja, ja, aber nicht so weit dran vorbei. Ich glaube, das da.
Yeah, they're going to spend a while talking, but if this goes bad, you may see a handshake.
Yeah. If this shot isn't made.
Yeah, outturn.
Oh, no, now he's
throwing the
changed.
I think he's throwing the rocket, trying to roll into that other one.
He's probably trying, and well, it'll be interesting to see because I wasn't sure if this shot was there. There would be no lack of weight on this one.
University of Airways. They're tuning in.
Yeah.
Yep. Nice. Andy.
I think it's over curl on him a bit, and there, yeah. Oh, and it's
two. Yeah. He tried to throw it with that out turn and get that gear effect, the kick.
Yeah.
To the side, but.
And Bottcher steals another two here to go up 6-1 after 5. Team Brunner in deep here, and
there's a good chance he might make that flight. The way things are going for him right now.
He might, yes.
Oh, we're gonna go Bottcher commercial. Okay.
I think it's great to be partnered with another Alberta-based company who shares a lot of the same values and beliefs as us. Our team's looking to represent not only Alberta, but Canada. And I think just the privilege of being able to wear the red and white and put on that maple leaf is definitely what we're chasing. And hopefully that for us means a couple of world championships and culminating in the 26 Olympics in Italy. I think you need to be active and engaged in your community. You need to be a positive model for all the kids coming up, you know, playing whatever sport they're competitive in. And I think all of us on this team are really striving to be, you know, not only good teammates to each other on the ice, but hopefully also real good ambassadors for curling and sport as a whole off the ice.
They have a great family there and a great team. A lot of the same qualities that we have, just teamwork, working hard to get the job done, and helping out each other along the way. So I think that as we continue to work with ATB over the next 4 years, you're going to see a lot of those qualities come through in our curling team.
The people at ATB have been great to me. I've met a whole whack of them over the last 9 seasons. Great people, they do a ton of stuff in the communities. They brought me into a lot of local communities as well, where I've got to meet even some of their clients and brand representatives.
We feel very fortunate to be partnered with a company that gives so much to Alberta and small town Alberta, being born and raised here in this wonderful province, and being partnered with a brand like them means the world to me. Being able to be involved with a company that gives so much to the grassroots. Even during the COVID years, they created 2 World Curling Tour events that we could play in. And just seeing their passion to give back to this wonderful province is one of the reasons we feel so fortunate to be partnered with them.
Aztec safety. This must be the place, boys.
This is about right. Looks like this is where the engineers hang out. Nice spot.
Here's something else that's cool under pressure.
Great tour, but where's our man Brett?
I don't know. All right, normally he's bailing me out. Roll reversal, baby, there he is. Rescue mode.
Putting out fires for these guys already.
Okay, and as we start, end number 6 here with Bottcher leading by 5. Brunner has hammer. Brendan elects to just stack the middle, and Brunner puts up his 2 guards. And Brunner's now in a little bit of desperation mode, trying to get 5 points in 3 ends.
Yeah.
Okay, we're a little tight.
Yeah, it's backs against the wall here.
Line's tight. Just bite the T-line, Mac. Just to here. And now probably just to here. Just to here.
Going to get to the side here.
And just an update on the Cooey-McEwen game going on
shot.
a couple sheets away. Cooey has stolen a point in the 4th end to go up 3-2 over McEwen. So McEwen down 1 with playing 5.
Punted Mark out of the way. And yeah.
And you saw Bottcher going kind of to the side where those corner guards are, and leaving that sort of half open. What that does is that it, some people refer to it as choking off the one side for Team Brunner, because now, as you see, yeah, they've drawn to that side, but they're sort of blocked by that.
Yeah.
They're going to have to contend with that rock at some point. So
she's going to see him probably go up and throw 4 peels here now, I would think.
Yeah, I think we're just going now that the
clean
free guard zone's over, you're just going to see a lot of weight being thrown by Team Bottcher here.
So he's going to try. I think he's throwing the corner.
I think, yeah.
I assume with the ice.
I would assume it's going to be a couple of guards, and Brunner has to hope that a rock gets jammed somewhere along the way.
We're over 1,000 viewers.
Well, thank you to the over 1,000 people tuning into this game on a Sunday morning here, semifinal action of the ATB Men's Classic in Okotoks, Alberta. We know we have viewers from outside of Canada, and we appreciate you guys tuning in here as well.
See Mark throw this peel. He's throwing his intern, being a lefty.
clean. Clean. Very good.
Lefties are such big weapons out here. Going back to the Furby always talked about what a weapon Pfeiffer was at second, because being a lefty coming from different angles, he could just hook the spots the righty couldn't get to.
It does come in handy having a left-hander in the middle, you know, second or third, somewhere in there for coming around those corner guards. So. To all the southpaws out there, you may want to keep that in mind, that you have that as a good bargaining chip when you're negotiating your contracts.
That's right. Number just went up.
Yeah.
And Cooey's got a lefty over there with Tyler Tardy, right?
I guess the flip side to that is you could have 3 lefties and 1 righty in the middle. You know,
yeah, it's true. You could do that too. I
don't know if I've seen that at an elite level.
I'm trying to think if I've seen 2 lefties together.
Can anyone think of a high-level team that has had multiple left-handers?
Might have to go back to the 80s.
Yep, hard. Hard!
Oh, Team Cooey last year. Who was the other lefty?
Good scrub. Very good.
Tyler and... Was Thiessen a lefty?
Is he a lefty?
I didn't think he was. Tyler and Brad.
Nice.
Oh, Brad was a lefty.
Well, there you go. Well, thank you. That didn't take long.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I
Greg
can't believe
Inglis.
you just pulled that out of your pocket like that. That was
Greg Inglis coming through with the trivia.
He kind of hooked himself over here. Yeah. I like your call to feel the top one. Yeah. Gut would tell you to feel the tight one, but that helps him.
Well, you were going to run into the. I actually think the rock top 8's helping us right now.
So I'm going to try and get in here.
Ours. Like, I
Yeah,
didn't want you to
Brunner
feel the
has
top
to
one
make a
and run
move
into
here
that rock.
at some point, and they're running out of rocks.
Yeah, one's not enough.
3 rocks left.
You only
One's not enough, and even 2 really
Yeah.
is in tough day. They probably continue to play if they score 2, but they really need a 3 here to kind of give them a good chance. The Cooey game is on now, Judith, and Cooey is up 1 after 4 ends.
No, he's hitting it.
3-2 Cooey.
Oh, he isn't. Wow.
McEwen has hammer as they play 5.
They're only in 5th there.
All right, well, that's again, puts another rock in the rings now.
I mean, this is kind of what happened last time when Brendan made the boom boom
Follow it down.
on the yellows and the red went away.
But
little different situation.
Different situation. I mean, Brendan's sitting 2 right now. Brunner's got a tough job to try and get those rocks in play, and they're actually considering drawing to it.
Play that one.
What you might see Brunner do is
Problem is you
maybe
kinda
play
gotta stick
his
'em all
red
for this
into
to
yellow
work.
and roll back to center.
Like, if you bang them all out, we're not doing much good.
Yeah, he kind of needs that to stay there at this point.
You're welcome, Judith.
We're laying 2 right now. We're laying 2 right now. Like, if we threw a center guard, what's he doing? Sit 1. Maybe, yeah.
Just a straight tap's pretty good.
And as they figure this out, just want to remind anybody in the greater Okotoks area, we're going to be streaming the final at 2, but you have the opportunity to come down and watch the game live.
We have the Rockstar crew working the cameras here. They really are chomping at the bit to show the final end, or the Cooey game over there, the one end. But
it's not bad.
We'll wait and see what happens here. They got 2 rocks left, 3 rocks
They
still
got
to come, so we've got some time. That'll be
Yeah.
another 15 minutes before we get.
Yeah, they're having some lengthy conversations there. We've got conversations. There's a lot of talking going on in the curling rink at this moment. Not a lot of
all the shots we've called, this is
throwing.
the easiest. With
Yeah.
probably the most.
I like to say sometimes we need less yak, more hack.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah, you're not far off.
yeah.
I think, yeah. I like the intern. Like, I don't want to whip it. I think we're just trying to roll to here.
And you know, if you do come down to watch the game live, one of the benefits is they don't have to hear us talk.
Like, if anything,
No,
in a
that's
rock
right.
I'd
Doing that,
be
so
fine
that is
killing
big
would be
plus.
Yeah.
Nose, plug, and lose this one. You know? And intern a little high. Yep. Yeah. You like that? A little high in nose. Just a little high in nose. Yeah. Firm.
So just trying to high side this a little, cross the face of the second yellow, get it going back.
Just hit center line side of that top rock.
Whoa, whoa.
Brendan actually had a little bit of a.
He's throwing this harder than I thought.
Yeah. He said firm.
It's pretty close. Oh man, I couldn't have carried it down any better than that.
Oh, there you go.
Good. Yeah.
It's going to make scoring 3 really tough here.
Yeah. Even the score of 1 is not going to be super easy.
No.
Also entweder das da oder
Oh, so we got
mit
McEwen.
Rolle.
We might have another lengthy conversation here.
Yeah, I wonder if
We're going to see the best angle we can get. Kui's playing on a sheet. Kui and McEwen are playing on a sheet that's a little tougher for our cameras to get to, but we're going to see if we can pan over best we can. We'll give this a try.
Yeah.
Because we're probably going to have another lengthy conversation in the Brunner game. So we'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, that post is just in the way.
It doesn't really work
It's not
too
bad,
well.
though.
Yeah.
What is... Are they bumping?
Kind of hard to tell.
That's McEwen throwing. Oh, it's on there. So we can't tell if the post... I think there's something else in the front there, but... Is there red on? Yeah, they can see. I think there's something right in front of it in the 8-foot.
Let's see what we can find here.
Might be a lengthy conversation over there, too.
All right, here we got a better view.
Oh, perfect. That's really good.
Yeah, so as you can see, McEwen is red there. Their shot.
Good job.
And McEwen has hammer. So yeah, good job by our volunteer camera crew here, learning this.
All right, so we're gonna see the Swiss here. Can we flip back to the Brunner game?
Yeah, we got another lengthy conversation going
Looks
on
like
there.
They're almost.
Here's that house right there.
Perfect. Thank you.
And Brunner trying to hit of his own. Needs to remove some yellows just to give himself a chance to bring their rock into play here.
Roll.
And just a lot of jamming.
So basically, you could guard, and how do they score?
Yeah.
I don't think there's a triple there.
No, I don't see one.
No. Any doubles within, you miss the one on the back, or you roll across the top if you play the other one. So.
There to the side of the button. One a little more than that. You like this?
Yes, Cheryl. Gotta love the camera crew.
It looks like Kui. We might have to go to that because he's looking at playing a quarter rock over there. Well, we could wait. They're going to be a while yet.
Oh, they're still talking?
I thought they were done.
Okay.
Oh, no, they are done.
Yeah. A little bit of indecisiveness on our part here, but we're trying not to jump around too much here. We'll see what we do. We're going to be watching this from the side. It's the best angle we have from the camera, but it looks like Kui's playing a big in-off here.
Wow.
Remember, Kui is yellow here.
Speed's good.
I think Kui feels like he can't really hurt himself playing this.
I would tend to agree.
It's got to be thin, like quarter rock, maybe less.
Yeah. I think it's in about that quarter.
Right now, Bottcher's just throwing the guard, so we'll flip back for the final shot. But
the out turn at this. It's going to be coming into play in just a second here. Into the camera, I mean. And where is he? Hit it too fat. But,
yeah,
wow, that's
makes that draw pretty tough.
Yeah. Now.
Oh, and they already jumped. Jeez, you guys are good.
Yeah. Still talking here. Yeah, we'll.
Oh, you could go back and forth like that. Wow.
The technology.
Just gonna blast Bruno when he gets.
Yeah. We're gonna.
Now, granted, Bruno's the one who set this stuff up, so we can't blast him too much. But.
Yeah, we'll stay on the Kui McEwen game here, and McEwen, is throwing his last rock here.
Yeah, kind of hit it right on the nose, chip off one of those, and get it, trap it in there.
And
or should we go to Bruno? Which one's gonna be done first?
Well,
it's gonna be a race here.
Yeah, we can
probably
watch.
Stay with.
Yeah, we'll stay with the Brunner game here. Brunner's throwing some big hit. If he makes this, it's going to be rather remarkable. So we'll stay with this shot. Bit of a Hail Mary shot here. Oh, and a lot of things going, and I think, and that is it. And
Good game. Good luck.
we'll flip to the other game if we can. I don't know if we're going to be there in time to see the shot coming in.
Good luck.
He's going to be close.
But Brendan Bottcher wins the semifinal over Michael Brunner.
Bottcher's our actual defending champ, too, I think.
And
that's a big
Brendan
win.
Bottcher with the big win was going to now wait to see what happens in the McEwen-Cooey game.
And a big thank you to Team Brunner for coming all this way for the Bonspiel.
Yep, entertaining us with
they're
some
flying
great
home tonight, so we hope they have a good flight.
Yep. And McEwen did not make his draw there for 2, so had to settle for 1.
So that's tied.
And we're tied after 5.
Cooey's got
Cooey has hammer playing 6, and we'll take a short break here.
And then we'll come back and try and show as much as we can with the posts in the way of the Cooey finale.
We'll give you a good side view of the McEwen-Cooey games. McEwen-Cooey game. All right, and here we are tuning into end number 6 of our other semifinal game, McEwen versus Cooey. This is after Brendan Bottcher has defeated Michael Brunner in the feature semifinal. So Brendan Bottcher advancing to the final, and we're viewing this game kind of on an awkward angle, but our top-notch camera crew here is doing the best they can with the vantage point that they have. We'll keep you as updated as possible.
These are our young junior curlers in our program here that are doing this hard work, and we sure appreciate it. And we have a great little junior program here in Okotoks. Oh yeah, Team Badchuk. That's who. That's actually who's working it. Oh, follow them on Facebook and Instagram. I'm getting a lot of pressure.
And so here we have.
I guess we got to watch the monitor a little more now.
Yeah. We're gonna.
So Cooey's gonna blast this.
So.
I think.
So Cooey
looks like it.
And so Cooey's got a hammer here, tie game.
Yeah, we're only in the 6 on that sheet.
Yeah.
I was thinking that was 8, but that's only 6.
Yeah, we're gonna have to watch on the. Potentially be watching this weird angle for a while here, but.
That's their sponsors. That's theirs. Okay. We'll give them a shout out here.
I got a nice.
Wait till we get a little break. house. Steven Sparksman wants them to come over and move to the sheet 2 so they can watch the end of it.
Yeah. It'd be easier for us if they did that, but they seem to have an issue with that.
It's one of the Marsh boys makes the double. From, I think the three Saskatchewan guys are all from Saskatoon. The Marsh boys, I want to say they're from Martinsville, but I'm not positive. I remember they lost the Saskatchewan men's final, and they weren't very old, maybe 2 years out of juniors, and we were still living in Saskatoon. And they were in the Legends golf course, which is out in Warman, and the waitress came up, and I had to vouch for them because they looked too young. They couldn't find their ID, so I had to vouch for them. I don't even think they knew me. They just said, "Do you know those guys?" I said, "Yeah, they seem fine."
And Cooey playing the hit and rolling for a corner. I'm not sure if we're going to see Cooey trying to manufacture a deuce here. I imagine with it rolling to the corner that would indicate he's trying for 2. He doesn't. I think he's thinking 2 or blank, but of course when you blank and then 6 in a tie game, means you're kind of thinking blank in 7 as well.
Yep. And the U15, you guys are a U15 team, right? Yeah. So Team Batchuk, U15 team. They actually got quite a few little sponsors here. They get sponsored by Asham, Curler's Corner, Cam Clark Ford. Holy man. You guys did. Flynn, Be Clean, My Family Dental. Good for you guys. It's nice to see all these sponsors come out, and I can't read that one. WJ Heating? Is that what it is? Yeah. So yeah, thanks to those guys for helping these guys out.
And McEwen with the hit and roll there, just mostly exposed. Looks like Cooey's going to be going for a double here. And if that's the case, we're probably going to be headed for a blank. Unless
he must be close. Oh, really good.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I think we're going to see just an exchange of after this draw attempt, we're probably just going to see an exchange of hits.
Yeah, Colton Flash playing third here for McEwen. Obviously, we know him from his Cooey days. He played second when they won the Brier. What year was that? It wasn't in the bubble, was it?
No, I feel that it was a pre-COVID.
Yeah. 20?
Was it 20 or it was 19 or 20? I can't remember now. Was it 20?
Yeah. But yeah, so he knows Cooey very well. Pretty successful guy in his own right.
I think it was 19.
19.
Didn't Gushu win in 20 when they couldn't play the Worlds? I can't remember now.
You might be right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might be right. Cooey won.
There we go. Thank you.
2019. And that was Flash was on the team, right, Megan?
Love that we have such knowledgeable viewers here.
Yeah. Yes, Flash was on the team, yeah.
I actually remember that final shot he made to beat Brendan Bottcher. It was that really thin, kind of soft hit, and kind of had to spin onto another rock. And I just remember the sweep, Colton and Ebert sweeping that rock, and Ebert in particular was Ben Ebert was the inside sweeper on that one, and I often say he has like this little extra gear that he could kick it into, and that was definitely in play on that shot. It's worth going and looking at an archive video of that. That the sweep that he did on that shot was quite impressive.
Tyler Tardy's going to make the hit here. Yeah, we've been watching, well, once in a while I've watched those. Do you ever go to that Legends of Curling podcast?
I've started,
They have some good ones on there, but now they've started putting videos out.
Yeah.
And they had Gallows' semifinal against Hackner. I saw about this the other day, but you could see on there how they were using rocks at the back of the house to try and generate points because there was no free guard zone. So, but the ice was so tough. Like, you're drawing 12 seconds near the end of the game, and guys are still making shots.
Yeah. Yeah, between the ice conditions and the free guard zone, just the way you approach generating points has changed so much.
Oh, thanks, Rita Morton. Yeah, it's funny, like CBC used to do these little videos after Briar in the 70s, and then they'd play it on whatever, and so there's a bunch of them on YouTube, and you see these guys sweeping with corn and great big arms on them, and burly, and then a smoke in their mouth, and one eye closed from that bead of smoke pouring into their eye.
Yeah. And so here we see that one yellow rock just kind of just outside of the rings, and
trying to lock it on
trying
there.
to freeze to just trying to generate any kind of a force, and just a little heavy there, so it's still going to be fairly easily removable. I don't know if it's in a spot that it could possibly spin back on if
it doesn't look
Kevin
like
hits
it.
this a little too thick, but
I should say hi to our buddy, yours and my buddy, Mike Jansen was watching. He sent us a text here. Really enjoyed the coverage. Former Canadian junior champ as well in his own right.
Yeah. And we have Megan and Richard acknowledging that 2019 final Briar shot. I would encourage you, if you have time, to go, look it up on YouTube or any other venue you have. And just that final shot, the sweeping performance on that was rather impressive. You don't often think of the shot in terms of the sweeping, but I do, having swept most of my life. And nowhere near that that effective, but.
So we're not going to see a whole much more here. They're going to throw one more in the house. I'm not sure if maybe one of the Marsh boys might have an injury, or has he been in the house all? Colton is throwing third.
They have been doing that. I don't know if they started the event like that, but I did notice it like a couple of games into the event that Colton was not in the house. And
I wonder if he's a little sore. Or
yeah, you never know what there's so many reasons. It could be just that's the way they like the lineup.
Colton's a good sweeper too, so you're not hurting yourself.
No. And so many various reasons why someone might do that. Some people feel that as that rock slides into the top of the house, it could be as simple as the person who's playing third prefers to be sweeping. Maybe they feel they're more effective as a player overall if they're sweeping.
Have you seen it? No. So our young guys here, they've actually just pulled up on their phone the 2019.
Yeah, we're watching
final now
on someone's phone.
So they're like, no, I haven't seen that. I was only 8.
Yeah. We have to bring in the youngsters here to help us with the tech support because we're too old to learn it right now. And Cooey with the blank attempt here looks easily made.
Yep.
So we're going to go head into end number 7. Cooey retaining hammer tied here at 3, and we're just going to take a short break here as we watch this final.
I think it's great to be partnered with another Alberta-based company who shares a lot of the same values and beliefs as us. Our team's looking to represent not only Alberta, but Canada. And I think just the privilege of being able to wear the red and white and put on that maple leaf is definitely what we're chasing. And hopefully that for us means a couple of world championships and culminating in the 26 Olympics in Italy. I think you need to be active and engaged in your community. You need to be a positive model for all the kids coming up, playing whatever sport they're competitive in. And I think all of us on this team are really striving to be, not only good teammates to each other on the ice, but hopefully also real good ambassadors for curling and sport as a whole off the ice.
They have a great family there and a great team. A lot of the same qualities that we have, just teamwork, working hard to get the job done, and helping out each other along the way. So I think that as we continue to work with ATB over the next 4 years, you're going to see a lot of those qualities come through in our curling team.
The people at ATB have been great to me. I've met a whole whack of them over the last 9 seasons. Great people, they do a ton of stuff in the communities. They brought me into a lot of local communities as well, where I've got to meet even some of their clients and brand representatives.
We feel very fortunate to be partnered with a company that gives so much to Alberta and small town Alberta, being born and raised here in this wonderful province, and being partnered with a brand like them means the world to me. Being able to be involved with a company that gives so much to the grassroots. Even during the COVID years, they created 2 World Curling Tour events that we could play in. And just seeing their passion to give back to this wonderful province is one of the reasons we feel so fortunate to be partnered with them.
Aztec Safety. This must be the place, boys.
Huh, this is about right. Looks like this is where the engineers hang out. Nice spot.
Here's something else that's cool under pressure.
Great tour, but where's our man Brett?
I don't know. All right, normally he's bailing me out. Roll reversal, baby, there he is. Rescue mode.
Putting out fires for these guys already.
All right, here we are, end number 7 of the semifinal action. We're viewing this on an odd angle here because this was not our feature game. In that game, Brendan Bottcher eliminated Michael Brunner. So Team Bottcher is kind of waiting to see who they're going to play in the final here. It'll either be Mike McEwen or Kevin Cooey. We're in a tie game here, tied at 3, playing 7. Cooey has hammer.
Yeah, it's they're throwing a double guard here. Switch.
On a double guard, I think Cooey missed the. Oh no, they put up a corner. Sorry, we can't see that because of the beam in the way there. Yeah,
there is a yellow behind that beam.
Yeah. So there is a corner guard that you can't see from that perspective there.
Carrick's going to throw the come around here.
Yeah. And they're electing to draw around the. Looks like they're drawing around the double centers there. They don't want to.
I think they're trying to choke the one side off. This looks deep though. No, I think he's okay. Just didn't quite finish as much based on that. He can get around to the nose of it, might even be able to. I think he's trying to get right to the nose. You may see him want to try and just roll under a hair.
I have to think that Team Cooey would prefer the blank in this situation, but they're not going to turn down a deuce.
No, exactly, yeah.
McEwen would really love a force here.
Yeah, McEwen wants to keep these in play. How do you switch? There we go. Here it comes. Pretty good. Keep the round in the back.
Yep.
Yeah, at this point, yeah, they're going to peel.
And some people might be wondering, you know, why would they want to keep the Cooey stone in play? And of course, like when you're, Mike McEwen would like a score to happen in this end. They would probably, if Mike could pick, he would hand Kevin 1 point right now. I don't think Mike really wants to steal, but they'd rather steal than blank.
Yeah.
And the more rocks in play, the more likely a score is to happen somewhere. So
I got two of them. Left a yellow, but the yellow is so high that you could easily come around with hackish weight to get at anything that would be behind it.
And now McEwen calling for the freeze to the back one, which if is made.
Yeah, that's probably a pretty good call if you're looking for the force, if you get a freeze in there.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, Kevin's still going to have the slash at the top. But you're always going to have something. You're just trying to make it as difficult as possible. I noticed that they're switching based on the turn. Colton's going on the inside, the two of them.
Yeah.
So it makes me think maybe the one Marsh boy is...
yeah, I wonder if there is an injury or...
Yeah. Because it's not like they're weak sweepers by any means. They're very strong sweepers.
No. Certainly has not affected their performance thus far this weekend. You know, it's a long season, long event, sweeping a lot of rocks, and sometimes that's what teammates have to do to keep things running as efficiently.
Sometimes those muscles aren't quite ready yet, and then you got a bunch of games and an injury shows itself.
Yeah.
We don't know that's the case, but it just seems like there's something going on there when they're switching so much and then one in the house. But
and, you know, a lot of these guys are active in the off season. Sort of gone are the days of just sitting on the the Adirondack chair on the deck and in the summer and having a few. These guys are staying in shape throughout the off season, and as a result, some of their injuries could come with off season activities.
Yep. I think Kevin would like to peel, but I think the other guys were talking about coming in, but I think Kevin would sooner try and run that in and get the corner.
So Sonny says that they went with this rotation in the event.
So line up through. Okay, so maybe that's just the way they're doing it.
But it was interesting to see them switch sides on the sweeping call there.
Didn't get the other one, but
No.
did its job.
But McEwen with a couple in the rings is kind of liking this. The chance for a force is going up here. He's going to just replace that guard, keep forcing Cooey to play that, getting deeper into the end. And I have to think, I mean, I don't know how Team McEwen, whether they'd rather be one down with or one up without. I have to guess that he would rather be one down with. So they really don't want to steal here. They want a force.
Yeah. Ideally, right? I think the odds, I can't remember, I saw it, the odds are better to be one up without than one down with. But some guys prefer to be one down with. They know they can generate a deuce.
Yeah. I feel like most of the top teams are preferring that scenario. It just puts that last shot in your hand, you kind of get the final say in it.
Yeah.
Whereas no matter how good you are at stealing, you kind of are always giving your opponent the final say.
Yeah, they always have the last one.
I mean, when I play, I'll just take any lead I can get.
Yeah.
Put the pressure on the opponent. Sure.
Beggars can't be choosers, so we'll take
it's a little different for us, but.
I think that's a pretty good guard.
Yeah, again, it's a little hard for us to tell. We have the same vantage point as you know, 1,000 people watching, 1,000 plus people watching from abroad here. Yeah. We can see a little bit around the pole, but we don't. Yeah, we're not right behind the sheet as we were with the other game.
So I peeled that off. He was hoping to catch something on the way through.
You know, Cooey came through this event through the seaside. So interesting. He is so accomplished, has won so many events, but it's pretty rare for him to go undefeated.
Yeah.
It's just like he's the type of player that the more pressure, the more that's at stake, the better he gets.
Yeah.
We've seen that so many times.
Yeah, and he just got better and better yesterday.
Yeah. You playing Cooey in a side semi versus playing Cooey in an elimination game. It's like it's
very different.
And you don't know it by looking at his demeanor. That never changes.
It never changes. Same expression.
Yeah, but just the performance. There's just this extra focus, extra level that
he does have another gear there where it seems like he's against the wall.
Yeah, and I don't care the level of competition. If he's got a path to winning the championship, he's always a contender. He's always a threat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's hard to tell what they're.
Well, I wonder if they're.
I wonder if he's thinking of switching gears because the guard's so high.
Well, and that's the thing. If you're saying like, "Hey, we're gonna get forced now," like let's get our two.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
It almost feels like it, right? We don't have mics on them, obviously, because we switched to this sheet, so it's harder to tell.
Yep. So we just have to make up what we think they're going through.
Oh, so
he's coming in. So this is now.
But not a pile ice. You think he's tapping? Because he's only just outside the edge of 4.
Yeah, but he's got a cross center. Yeah, maybe he doesn't want the straight freeze. He wants to leave a little bit of room there.
This is coming out a little harder. Probably backline-ish, maybe. Looks like the line's good.
Yeah, they definitely. All right.
Yeah, well, that was only back 4. Yeah, good shot.
Good shot. So now
if McEwen gets on him.
And so we've now seen Cooey's in for 2, and McEwen is now force all the way here.
Yeah.
So what's the force? You know, and we're in a situation where either skip would hand the other a point to get their hammer.
Yep.
Like we've talked about what Mike McEwen probably wants, but I think Cooey wants the same thing.
Yep.
So McEwen's got to think, well, if I come down and freeze, I'm shot. Cooey might just guard or cap this, and then I'm stuck with the point.
Yeah, very easily.
Yeah.
Although I think that red now, I think you could see probably half of it. That might be the one that ends up haunting McEwen. That might be the one Cooey runs in for a bunch.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing that you've got to watch.
My daughter texted. She said, Grandma Ford says that Flash has been sweeping last stones all season. So,
all right.
Grandma Ford's on top of it.
Yeah, they're paying more attention than
That's
we are
right.
here, Wade. Maybe
she's our fact checker now.
We do appreciate the knowledgeable and well-informed.
Now, granted, Grandma Ford did coach the Schmerler team when they went to the Olympics and won the gold. So she's probably got a few things in her arsenal. All right, McEwen's going to throw this now. Is he throwing this hard, Dan? It's hard to tell by the ice, but looks like he's throwing a bit of a rocket in here. Can we see the other end? I'm curious where he put the...
All right.
Yeah, he's throwing this hard.
Yeah. Oh,
wow.
What a great pick.
That was a hard pick.
Now, although...
Yeah, he might have left the double, if you can see enough of it.
I'm not sure what you can see of that, but that is...
It is definitely farther over than the guard, and the guard is so high.
You know what? I'm going to take the headset off. I'm going to see if I can get a view from behind the...
Can't see it?
I'll come back in. There's also the above view on the TV. I need to see the guard, though. Yeah, I just had a look, and you can only see a sliver of that.
Okay, so it's
that rock.
tucked pretty good.
Oh, yeah, it's... conservatively, it's 3/4 buried, maybe even more. So Cooey coming around, he's trying to replace that one, but still has a shot for 2 here if he...
Yeah,
he puts this they just need that one to curl.
He just needs to free that back one a little bit, right?
I think he's just looking at making that last shot just slightly better.
He's a hair harder. He wants to... that's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think that pick is available because
that looks a lot more under.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? He's touching the center line. But the pick's so tough because it's so close to the red now. But McEwen could just come to it, right?
But again, I don't think he wants to come to it because then Cooey's probably throwing the last one away.
He probably is. But the other option is he might give up 2 if he doesn't.
Yeah.
She looks a hair straighter, hey? Like they're not taking a lot of ice for
It
these.
might be that path might be a little bit straighter. And It does seem to be getting a little less curl now. I'm not sure on what this weight call is here.
He's got to be throwing at least back line. What Cooey just had, basically back line. It's almost the same ice. Oh, 1,100 viewers.
Thanks for the stats there, Diane.
This is he's really close here. It's whether he threw enough weight.
He's got to get by that top one, though.
It's going to be
the one in the top of the house. Oh, no. It's not what he wanted to do here.
But he might. Yeah. Well, Kevin's got some options. I can't remember if there's a guard out there. Can he just draw the side of the floor?
There is a yellow rock that you can't see because of that beam there, but there is a yellow rock sort of blocking the path to the house,
So
which is forcing Cooey to come around the other side, which is not a bargain.
Yeah. It should finish hard there, but there's...
Looks like they're taking more ice, so it looks like that side is curling. I think your assessment was right there. That side, this turn is curling a little more than the other side was.
We'll see what... looks like it must be going sideways coming in.
You know, we have some people walking around here. They've just ordered some food, and the smell is I'm starving. And just a reminder, if you're in the greater Okotoks area, you can come down and watch the final for just $10, and you can enjoy some of the great food coming out of Patsy's Kitchen here.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not going to make the 8th end.
If we might be hearing some chewing here going on in a little while. So, draw for 2. Is he maybe trying to get a rub off something?
Well, I think that was the option.
Oh, no, is he? He's not.
I think it's just straight draw.
It is, yeah. Okay. Draw for 2. Got it.
Made it look easy.
Yeah.
That's
so there
a big
you go.
deuce.
Kevin Cooey goes up 2 on Mike McEwen, and McEwen will be down 2 with coming home playing the 8th end in the semifinal of the ATB Men's Classic coming to you from the Okotoks Curling Club. We'll take a short break, and we'll be right back to catch the 8th end action. All right, here we are, end number 8 of this semifinal game between Mike McEwen and Kevin Cooey. Kevin Cooey with a great draw through a port.
Yeah, 2 back-to-back really good shots.
Yeah, 2 clutch draws there. Cooey up 2, 5-3. So McEwen is down 2 with hammer. And just for those of you tuning in just now, we are kind of on the awkward camera angle here because our feature game between Bottcher and Brunner ended early. Bottcher winning that game. They get a little bit of extra rest time and get to see who their opponent is going to be heading into that final game here. So McEwen is going to put up a couple of corner guards. He's got to be patient here and ignore those rocks that Cooey has put into the house for now. And you know, with of course, neither of those rocks are going to be able to be removed by Cooey on this shot. He's going to have to wait one more.
Cooey's looking at the angle there for after.
Yeah.
I don't know, because there's 2, I don't know if he'll try and choke one off.
Yeah. Always this, when you're in this situation, when you're the team that's, you're the team that is up 2, you always see this third stone of the end really is where the decision making comes in. You kind of know what you're doing with those first 2 automatically.
Yeah.
Now they're figuring out which side. So what's happening here is he's looked at the 2 guards. He figures what's McEwen's easiest path to come around a guard, and let's block that. And the way we're going to do that is by putting our own in the rings.
Well, and I think too he's going to play the double peel, and if he puts it around this one, he can make the double peel the other way maybe, because he went to look at it.
Yeah, definitely. So
he doesn't have to worry about running into one of his own. This isn't curling real hard, though. There it goes.
Yeah, a lot of late finish here. You know, we are later into the event. Of course, those of you who may not know, the rocks are enhanced. The rocks are enhanced just before the game. They're kind of roughened up, which allows that curl. But over time, that does smooth out. So, you know, well into the event now, these rocks have traveled a fair bit over the last 4 days. So you might just see a little bit of curl come off, and the first sort of sign of it is you see the break point happens a little later into the delivery, or sorry, into the path of the rock. So it starts its curl a little later down the ice. And the other thing you'll notice is just it becomes that little more weight sensitive as well.
He's trying to throw the out turn, go around this corner.
The final is at 2 p.m. Mountain Daylight Saving Time for anyone wondering. There we saw a question.
So we got her hooked around there. I'll be curious to see if Kevin throws the double peel. He's just going to play that one.
Yeah, and by doing this, McEwen at some point has to address those rocks that are in the middle.
He's got to come back to center.
At some point, and so Cooey's just going to keep the attention there. And these are not big weight hits. These are, you know, normal down and more of a control because they want to focus on the roll here. Again, you know, our league teams would just be blasting, throwing, just get rid of something red, and
just trying to make contact.
Yeah, a lot more precise here.
Yeah. We don't have hot dogs here at Okotoks. Patsy's kitchen is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I love a good hot dog, but she's got, what's the soup? Creamy potato and bacon.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
And Canadian, what is the sandwich? Canadian whiskey barbecue beef.
Wow. Yeah.
Man. gonna need a nap after I'm done
And
2 of those.
Those are just the specials. And
That's
there's
just
the regular
specials.
menu. Yeah. I've been eating a lot of the carrot bread this week.
Oh yeah, carrot bread's awesome.
Yeah.
She has a cream cheese icing she puts in them halfway through the year.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he got him moving, and he stayed under the corner.
Yeah, that's a great roll. Remove 2 yellows and get 1 into the ring.
It looks like it's under, but I guess, yeah, it looks dead under.
Yeah. It's 3rd shot, but they just need to get something started here.
Yeah. He's got to be careful running this peel. Okay, so he's chasing. But if you feather touch the top, it's not the end of the world.
So, Stephen, talking about no rest for the wicked, want to talk about, we spoke about him earlier. Team Park from Korea yesterday had to play 4 games. They won their first 3 and lost a squeaker to Bottcher in the night game.
Left it. Oh.
And that was interesting. So the Red Rock is now fully exposed, but it is 4th shot. There are now 3 yellows. So
the 2's going to come back into play here now. Sorry, you were saying?
Well, just how grueling that would have been for Team Park, and it's there's only the potential for one team to have to do that. The way this draw is set up on this triple knockout, you fall into the wrong slot on the C side, and you're in there having to.
Well, that's more of an issue too, I think, with the 6 sheets. It's harder to. If you had 8 sheets, it's not near as bad, but with the 6, it's tough.
We are working on the possibility of more than 6 sheets at some point in the Okotoks Curling Club's future.
You and I are both on that committee.
Yeah, we're a bit of pie in the sky right now, but we're hoping to make it happen. Yeah. Of course, Mike Libis, we should give full credit to, is sort of spearheading this endeavor, but maybe one day.
What would you guys go to? Curler's Corner. How many feet?
Well, we don't really know yet. We're kind of in the, kind of deciding stage what something would look like in the future. We're probably quite a few years away.
Yeah.
But if you don't start now, you never get anywhere, right?
Yeah. I don't know if it'll come soon enough to help our careers.
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't.
Unless it's here 5 years ago.
Yeah. Maybe 25 years. If a time machine comes with the facility, we may have a shot here.
So we'll see what he's doing. It's hard to tell with these posts, but so he's going to try and get under. Pretty good shot. If you keep those there, that red may never come back into play.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard, I think, to get that biter in play here. I think McEwen's almost got to just think about getting the remaining rocks in play. He's got 3.
Yeah, I
would love to make them all count, but needs to get 2 of them to counter.
There is the possibility he could make that double and roll onto the other one.
Yeah, I'm not.
Like it doesn't look like it's makeable here, but looking at it, don't they look like it's?
They do look, as we look from the side, from not the side camera, but our side view here, it does.
Like he's going to throw the runner and make it that way. If he can go boom, boom and stick it, like that's pretty good. So close.
Yep, just
so close to being really good there.
Just was a little narrow on that little over curl on that target rock there, the initial rock.
So she might be, if it's a deuce, it's going to be a skipper's deuce at this point. There's 2 rocks to come. Kevin's going to make this one go away.
And just a straight forward. Nadir might be trying to roll towards center a little bit.
He talked about it.
Yeah. Again, just shrinks the scoring area a little bit.
You might see McEwen try and tap this and roll under.
Yeah. I mean, just trying to figure out how do I generate a miss?
He could draw there, but he'd have to get at least second shot.
Yeah.
Which very doable.
Still might be removable though for Kevin, the way he, with the big weight that he can throw. And we'll give a final shout out to our sponsors here. Of course, ATB Financial, title sponsor of this event. And thanks also to Aztec Safety, IHOP, Northern Matten Bridge, and Partners Development Group. Of course, without the contribution of our generous sponsors, events like this would not be possible. We thank you for your generosity and for allowing these curlers to chase their dreams.
So I think they made the decision. They're going to go at this one on the side of the 4 foot and kind of hit and just roll under and try and generate their deuce that way. Yeah, I think he's made the decision. Oh, he's switching rocks there.
Switching rocks, yeah. I don't know.
Must feel one maybe curls less or one's a little straighter. How about board weight on this?
Yeah. Nice, easy hit weight. The roll, of course, is going to be
real close. Real close. Oh, I think he made it pretty good. They don't look real pleased, but
yeah.
I mean, from here it looks really good, but Kevin must be able to see it. He must be able to see it.
Well, and Kevin Cooey trying to end this right here. Trying to secure a spot in the final. Just make it go away.
They're just cleaning, so he must have a piece of it right off the get-go.
And there we go.
Yep, really good win. Good game.
All right, there's your final. Kevin Cooey wins. We'll call that 5-3 finals. They did not complete that last end, and defeats Mike McEwen. So we're going to have a Brendan Bottcher, Kevin Cooey final starting.
I think was the same as last year, actually.
Yeah, that seems to happen a lot.
Yeah.
And that'll be the final, and we'll be streaming that live here at 2 p.m. local time from Okotoks, Alberta.
Yeah.
We thank everybody for tuning in, and we hope to see you back here in about 90 minutes.
Thanks, crew.
Thank you.